Hello, dear friend. This is your weekly horoscope for August 30th through September 5th. We are starting this week with the ingression of Mercury in Libra. Mercury in Libra is a real diplomat, and it can really help us with communication, with solving certain things, with being capable of evaluating things and looking at things from a different perspective and trying to be more objective, and also harmonizing our communication with other people. In relationships, Mercury in Libra may also help with solving things or having some deep conversation that can solve our issues, and overall trying to find compromises. Mercury will stay in Libra for quite a long time because Mercury is about to turn retrograde in Libra later. So keep in mind that there is an assignment in front of all of us to find this different type of voice and be more diplomatic and perhaps reevaluate things, and at certain point also find compromises about previous issues. That's when Mercury turns retrograde. So it's a preparation for this phase, and what we need to do is really try to be more polite, more gentle, more understanding, and again, compromises will be quite important for us for the next couple of months. The moon is in Gemini on Monday, so this is also very beneficial for communication, for working with information or finding information, and overall for being more logical and more practical. So the day is beneficial for communication, for relationships, and also for plans. On Tuesday, the Sun is having a quincunx with Saturn, which is a trickier aspect. Quincunx aspect is an aspect that at first brings possible issues. Over time, the energy may shift into something more constructive. So this Saturn energy from one side can structure us, can help us to be more organized, but there could be some kind of restrictions that we also need to respect. Overall, it can help with the productivity. It can help us to be more concentrated, more organized, and because of that, of course, it can help us to be more productive when it comes to work and business. Mercury is also having a creative aspect with Jupiter, which can help us to be more open-minded, to make plans and to learn interesting and valuable information, also to be more optimistic and positive, and also to have some interesting ideas when it comes to work, when it comes to some kind of goals we are concentrating on. It's a great time for learning or making plans for traveling. And overall, for communication, it's also quite beneficial. The moon is in Gemini on Tuesday. So again, the focus is on connections, communicating with other people, sharing ideas, or learning new things, reading, gathering information. So the mind can be especially active on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, the Sun is having a minor challenging aspect with Pluto, which can bring tension and some kind of pressure that we may experience. It may feel like it's coming from the outer world. Perhaps it could be work or business related, or authority figures may put some kind of pressure on us. But the truth is that there's always something inside of us that's provoking this or that resonates with this energy. So if you feel this pressure, I would like to ask you, in what way you are also putting this pressure on yourself, because the external world, it's just a mirror. And if someone is putting lots of pressure on you, you are doing the same thing to yourself, but maybe you don't realize it. So this could be a nice time to look at this case or situation and perhaps make some decisions or changes, or use this intense energy for something constructive. It doesn't mean that we can't be successful work-wise or business-wise, but it means that we need to work really hard for it. And there are tasks which they're not supposed to be easy. They just need extra energy and strength and concentration. And Pluto may offer this on Wednesday. So use it in the best possible way. But keep in mind that we may also dramatize. We may overreact. The moon is also in Cancer, which can make us even more sensitive. We can take things personally. So be mindful about your own reactions and also the way you treat other people. On Thursday, we have the most challenging and intense aspect during the whole week. There will be an opposition between Mars and Neptune. And Mars and Neptune are generally not friends with each other. They are so different. And on Thursday, we may feel pulled by those two energies. From one side, Mars wants to take action. Mars wants to be productive, especially in Virgo. Mars wants to be engaged with practical things and concrete things and have some real results. On the other side, Neptune in Pisces wants to relax, take it easy, enjoy things, procrastinate, and all of that. So those two needs may call us. From one side, we may want to be productive and we may want to relax. So it's a challenge to find the balance. But if we find a way to integrate those energies, we can be very creative and we may accomplish something concrete. It's not a simple task, but it is possible, especially for people who need some inspiration and creativity, but they're also pursuing concrete and practical results, and most importantly, who are ready to work for it and overcome their inner tendency, perhaps to let it go or to relax or to procrastinate. It can be an inner battle with ourselves, but again, the rewards can be pretty significant. So every challenging aspect also brings the possibility of something quite amazing. So it's always up to us how we are using the energies. The moon is in Cancer on Thursday, which can bring from one side intuition, creativity, but also even more laziness, even more procrastination. Sometimes we may feel sorry for ourselves, and it's again requiring lots of conscious effort if we want to move forward and do something different. But of course, there are also days when we need to be easier with ourselves and we don't need to push ourselves that much. So you need to be very mindful about how you feel and what's the best for you. Sometimes, again, we just need to allow it to be and go with the flow. And on Thursday, it won't be easy to push hard or work hard or be extra productive. Very difficult with those Mars-Neptune aspects and the moon in Cancer. But if you come from a place of inspiration, intuition, imagination, of course, things may look very different. On Friday, Venus is having a quincunx with Neptune, which can be especially positive for creativity, for art, for your intuition, for some inspiration. There might be also some kind of confusion or some kind of illusions, but if we try to work with this, if we try to see things in a new way, this can be also very inspiring and even healing for our relationships, for artists, for people who need more balance, for people who also want more peace in their life. So again, a very gentle, very positive combination. And also what is very interesting here is that both of the planets are really strong. Both of them are in the signs that they rule, Venus Libra, Neptune Pisces, which means that they can offer us a lot. Those planets are resourceful right now. So again, a great combination for relationships, for your imagination, for your creativity as well. On Friday, also Mars is having a minor challenging aspect with Saturn, which can slow things down, which can make us a little bit more cautious than we need to, or sometimes even afraid, or there could be just some kind of restrictions or things that we need to overcome, or some kind of boundaries that we just need to respect. So work-wise, things may not be so smooth, or at least they may require extra effort. And the moon will be in Cancer until noon, so more intuition, more sensitivity, but also, again, we may have a little bit of this laziness or lack of motivation to work really hard. But after noon, the moon shifts to Leo, which can bring more passion, more motivation, also to take action, to receive some attention, to be significant, and also to be recognized by other people. So perhaps the second part of the day will be more productive because of this ingression of the moon in Leo. And on Saturday, we also have a very, very positive combination between Mercury and Saturn. And pay attention to the signs of those planets. Mercury is in Libra, which is a sign of exaltation for Saturn, and Saturn is in Aquarius, which is also a sign of exaltation for Mercury. That makes the connection even stronger and even more positive. And it's an amazing time for organizing, planning, working on something, being also very logical. If something requires from you to be present and logical and concentrated, and at the same time also patient, this would be a great time for your project. And you can be productive. It may feel like it's almost flowing. And also it's a great time for negotiations or for communication with other people. The moon is in Leo, which supports our creative expression. It can bring passion, motivation, desire, and usually we experience lots of joy, and it can be very, very uplifting when the moon is in Leo. And on Sunday, we end the week with a couple of interesting aspects. The most important one is the square between Venus and Pluto. This aspect may bring too much intensity, some overwhelming emotions. We can overreact, we can dramatize too much. So be mindful about this. And in terms of relationships, of course, we need to be extra careful. There could be jealousy, there could be some desire to control the partner, or we may feel controlled by the partner. And overall, again, we may just exaggerate things. So keep that in mind, especially if you catch yourself to dramatize too much. And the moon is in Leo until 7 p.m. That's also a pretty dramatic position. When there is Pluto energy and some Leo energy, we can really exaggerate, or the emotions might be too uncontrollable. So just recognize this and remind yourself that it might be more than it's necessary, and usually it helps to bring your focus back. On the other side, Venus will have a positive aspect with Mars, which can help to take action, to do something that you would enjoy. It also can help it can help with relationships and finding the balance there. So it's a nice one. It can bring more passion. And motivation to take action on the things that you really want. The last aspect is between Mercury and Uranus, which can be very creative, which can help you to see things from a different perspective, to find solutions or to learn new things, and overall to be excited about certain ideas. So Sunday is a pretty intense day with many aspects, with different energies. After 7 p.m. the moon will move to Virgo, so we may feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more practical and patient. But most of the day, there could be lots of intensity. We have Uranus, we have Pluto, we have Mars. So prepare for intensity. And again, be mindful how you treat yourself and other people as well. Okay, this is our weekly horoscope. Thank you for joining me. And don't forget that you can join our new training on natal astrology. There is so much information available. We have resources that you can check. We have so much opportunities for you to learn, both from our recorded lessons and the live practices that we will have. So check the links below if you are interested, and I hope to see you there. Till then, have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon.